You're trying to make me feel bad that like, no, actually it's not about you. I'm already thirsty. Repetitive, annoying, but necessary. I feel like that's like a common weight loss advice thing, but I feel like let's take it up a notch, okay? Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we've tried to record this like 3 times now, so hopefully this works. Okay, so I've written down for you guys like my favorite weight loss tips. Hopefully these are original and actually help you. Grab some coffee, tea, water, whatever you're sipping on. I have my fun mermaid cup here. My coffee's almost gone though, sad day, and the heater's on behind me, so hopefully you guys can hear me all right, because it's kind of cold in here. I don't know why it started snowing again, but I digress. Okay, let's begin. So my first weight loss advice for you guys, before I get started though, I wrote like a little paragraph for you guys to say, for me to say to you guys, that I think is important. So I wanted to start out by saying that yes, I am on a weight loss journey, and like one of my goals is to, I feel like that's too loud. Let me put on a sweater. Sorry about that. Okay. So I wanted to start the video by saying that my goals are to lose weight, okay? I want to tone my body and to reduce the fat on my body and be strong and lean and whatever the case may be. But my number one priority in all of this is to be healthy, to have a healthy, strong body that will take me many, many years through children and marriage and my career and everything like that. I want a healthy body that is consistent, and I don't know, all around health is my main goal. With that being said, I have been extremely vulnerable with you guys. Like, I share everything that I'm eating, everything that I'm drinking. There's no magic pill that I'm taking behind the scenes, and there's no like wraps or pills or any of that. And I want you guys to know that there's like no magic quick fix for this. And health is my number one priority. So with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, so my first bit of advice is ask yourself why you want to go on a health journey. And I feel like that's going to change as the journey progresses. I started 2 years ago, and it's changed time and time again. My why initially was I want to lose weight. I want to lose 20 pounds. Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Because I feel like I look overweight, like point blank period. And as I kept going, I felt good about myself. I felt strong, and I was like, oh, okay, I want to get stronger. Oh, I want to do this. Or, okay, so I'm vegan, but I'm overweight. So like, what am I eating that's wrong? Am I eating too much? You know, all of it just changed. And then, like I said in the beginning of the video, I want to be like strong and have good habits and things to pass on to my children, or on to right now, like maybe my nieces or my cousins or anybody that's like looking up to me and watching, or anybody that aspires to be vegan. Like, I want to be a good example, a good, healthy, strong example. So for you, that may be completely different. Like, okay, maybe you're 62 and you want to lose weight because you want to hang out more and run around with your grandkids, or go traveling with your husband or your wife. Or maybe you are getting married soon and you're like, okay, I'm going to have these photos forever and I want to look my best and I want to feel my best. Once I get married, I want to be on a good schedule and we can work out together. And then when I have babies, like I can, you know, I'm healthy and strong and can carry that pregnancy well. You know, whatever the why may be, just make sure you know what it is. And keep that at the forefront of your mind, because I'm not gonna lie, things are gonna get hard, things are gonna get tough. There's gonna be things that you don't want to do, things that you don't like. There's gonna be days where you say you quit, or somebody's eating something that looks really good and you're gonna wanna, you know, scrap the whole day. So make sure you keep that why at the forefront. I'm already thirsty. I have like 20 things for you guys, and that's number one. Okay. So, tip number 2. Okay, diet. People's intake, food, carbs, calories, macros, junk food, fast food, whatever it is that you're eating, whatever it is that you want to call it. It's what you make in the kitchen, what you pick up at the restaurant, whatever you're putting into your body, make sure you check that first. I feel like that's like a common weight loss advice thing, but I feel like let's take it up a notch, okay? For example, when I started figuring out what was wrong and like why I wasn't losing weight, I immediately started measuring my food. Now, I get that that's annoying, but I realized I was eating too much food, like far too much. Like a portion, like a serving size would be like this much food, right? And I was eating like this much, or this much, you know? And I'm not saying it was bad food, because it's like, it's vegan, it's plants, and I love my smoothies and fruits and salads and stuff like that, but it was just too much food. So, and I think that a lot of people think that they are not eating too much food, and they really are, even myself included. Like, I was like, there's no way I'm overeating. I don't know how I'm not losing weight, da 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 da. You won't know until you actually measure it or track it or whatever. So I would say for a couple of days before you start, to just write down everything that you eat. I use MyFitnessPal to put everything in. It's a free app that you can get on your phone. But I would say, honestly, look at how much you're eating, because I think it's so easy to overeat. Oh, I'll just get a little bit more. I'll just get a little bit more. So yeah, see how much you're eating. Tip number 3. This is really annoying and repetitive. I know everybody says it, but water is so important. I just got done with like one of the classes, and my professor, who's a physician, says 9 out of 10 Americans are dehydrated. That leads to so many other issues, and a lot of the times, like when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. So I keep like one of these. You guys have seen my, okay, I have like 3 of these sitting over there on my my nightstand. Like, this is humongous. Does it say the ounces? 40 ounces of water. Okay, so I drink a gallon of water every day. I always have one of these like somewhere in sight that I could just reach and grab. I have on here, you don't like water? Like, okay, put something in it that you do like. I wouldn't recommend like putting Crystal Light and all that stuff in there. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But I put lime juice in mine, and it's just, it's good, it's crisp, it's refreshing, and I love it. So drink your water. Repetitive, annoying, but necessary, okay? Okay, tip number 4 would be, okay, so when I first started, there was a lot of things. There were some things I needed to change with like regard to like sauces and like how I was cooking things, and learning the natural flavor of things without adding like this, that, and the third into the meal. But you need to give your taste buds like just a minute a minute to adjust, because if you're so used to eating things that are super sugary or super salty, and then you eat something that has none of that in it, just like super bland, you're gonna think automatically, ew, that's disgusting. So give yourself some time, your taste buds like regenerate. Is that the right word? No. I think it's, you get new taste buds like every like 10 days or something like that. I don't know. I'll look it up and like put it below in the description box. But give your taste buds a chance, okay? So when you first start and you're like, this is so gross or whatever, first off, you don't need to get rid of salt and pepper. Like pepper, I put so much pepper on everything. I'm just saying, give yourself a minute. Like if it's some health food or like some soup that you think is super bland, and you usually put this salt and that in it and this seasoning and that, just give yourself some time to adjust. And then it's really nice when you actually get to taste like the actual flavors of like, oh my god, these peppers taste so good, and this celery is so salty or on its own, or you know, things like that. So just give yourself some time. Okay, so tip number 5, I want to talk a little bit about working out. So for me, what does working out look like? Working out for me it's different every day. Like some days I want to run around and do cardio and sprints and hit workouts and have, I don't know, a video or a video I made up that I want to follow, and I want to have lots of structure, and I want to have like 30-minute block, 45-minute block where I know I'm watching something and I do every single thing and then I'm done. There are other days where I feel like doing yoga, so I'll pull up 30 minutes of yoga. There are some days where I'm like, you know what, I just feel like dancing today, so I will put on my favorite playlist and put some ankle weights on and just dance around. Whatever working out looks like to you is whatever works, okay? How I track my workouts, I use my Apple Watch, and you can go in and there's like the app where you can do like bike riding and row machines and swimming. Like there's so many ways that you can move your body that will be beneficial to you. You don't need to call it working out. You could say playtime or swim time or jog time or run time, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to do that gets your body moving, your heart rate pumping, you using your muscles. Do that, okay? Whatever workout works for you, do that. I know I sometimes feel kind of guilty like going online and looking at Instagram and everyone's like lifting all these heavy weights and like looking super jacked and stuff, but like sometimes that day, like that's not for me. And that's okay. So if that's not for you, then that's okay. Do what works for you and what you like and enjoy, because the point of this is to be healthy for a lifetime and not a season. Okay? That ties in perfectly with number 6, is consistency. So we said we want to be healthy for a lifetime. So this means that you need to pick foods and pick working out, playtime, whatever you want to call it, that's fun for you, that's something that you can keep up and be consistent with, because day 1, day 2, day 3 of like this new lifestyle change or diet or whatever you want to call it, you're not going to see like super big results right away. I'm still taking before and after pictures, and I started 2 years ago. So, and I'm not saying it's going to take 2 years for you to see any significant change. I'm just saying consistency is key, and things are going to change, and muscles are going to develop, and inches are going to change and stuff like that. And that takes time. So be consistent. Okay, 7. What does that say? Okay, so 7 is going to be cook new things, try new recipes. I know like the times we're in right now, like maybe you can't get to the store, and so you're doing a lot of carry out and stuff. And I know a lot of the restaurants have a ton of nutritional information nowadays online. So, and a lot of restaurants are super kind about diet restrictions and like allergies and stuff, and they're ready and willing to take things out and swap things around. So if you know that there's something that's like maybe you don't want to eat this many calories on this today, or you can find like an easy swap in and out for something, then go ahead and do that and ask them if they can swap that out for you. Usually people are super kind about that and ready and willing to make those adjustments for you. So just ask, or if you are able to cook, try making a new recipe that's delicious and nutritious. Okay, number 8, criticizing. As a vegan, especially a vegan, I'm almost 5 years in July. I know a little bit about being criticized for dieting, for being vegan, for, oh, you don't eat that? Like, okay. I didn't know that you were that offended by that. But, yeah, I know a little bit about that. So people are going to say things, family members and friends and, like, people that are close to you is normally who it is. But I feel like you gotta just grow some some tough skin on that. And I don't know, I kind of feel like it's like, who cares, you know? And keep that why like in the forefront of your mind, like when people start saying to you like rude things about like, why are you doing this, or why are you doing that, or why are you eating this, like you're trying to make me feel bad, da, da, da. Like, no, actually it's not about you, it's about me and my health and my body and my wellness. And like, if you have a problem with it, like, I don't know what to tell you, you know? So stay strong. All right, number 9 is about motivation. So you're not always going to feel motivated. So like when you first start out, you're like, okay, I'm about to lose this weight, I'm gonna change my diet, I'm gonna be healthy and strong and fit and beautiful, summer's coming, I can't wait. And then you hit that one day, you wake up and you're just like, I would like to go back to bed now. Okay, that's the day is gonna happen. Okay, so I just say be prepared for that day. How? So what I do is I go on my Instagram. I follow a ton of people that like put on their health videos and like their workouts and stuff like that. So I just scroll through my Instagram really quickly. I'm like, okay, they're up, they're moving. And then I turn on some music, I change my clothes, and usually those 3 things are the 3 things that help me get moving. Not necessarily doing what they're doing. It could just be me dancing around or, you know, having a good time that way. So prepare for those days when you're not motivated, because they will come. I have 20 of these. I feel like I'm gonna need to split the video in half. So we're gonna go with this 10th one and then we'll, I guess, round it out. Okay, so the last one that I have is when you're starting like a new diet like this. I know a lot of people have issues with like binge eating or super restrictive eating. When you're going on a diet, you need to figure out how many calories you eat to maintain the weight that you're at, and then you need to be in a caloric deficit, which that means, so maybe you can eat like, I don't know, 2,000 calories to maintain the weight that you're at, which is, this is just random numbers that I'm picking. And then you want to start out slowly, a slow caloric deficit, like 200, 100, 200, 300 calorie caloric deficit. So maybe 1,800, 1,700 calories. Nothing too drastic. I would say if you're at 2,000, go down to like 1,800 and give yourself a couple of weeks at that and see how that's going. But nothing too ridiculous. I know a lot of people start these diets and they're like, okay, I need to go to like 1,000 calories. No, do not do that. Or if they go to like 1,000 calories or like 800 calories and then like binge the next day on all this stuff. So if you know that you do that, I would say honestly seek help, because that's not healthy behavior. And if you can separate those 2 things, then do that. If you're capable of saying, okay, this is not the healthy way to do it, then make sure you go, okay, this is where I'm starting at. I'm only going to go under like 200 calories. So then I go down here and stick to that. Okay. But if you do know you have unhealthy eating habits, make sure you do seek help. So this video is like 20 minutes already. So we're going to do part 1 and part 2. So make sure you subscribe and like, comment, and let me know what you think of the video so far. And I will be back with part 2. See you guys later.